Hi everyone. Um, I am Joramei Alcala from 2BPA. Ipagpatuloy natin yung report ko sa softball rule. Ngayon, mag-discuss naman ako about sa 9 to 12 rules. So, let's start. So, rule number 9, dead ball in play. So, section 1, the ball is dead. So, the ball is dead and not in the play in the following circumstance. A. When the ball is bat illegally. B. When the batter steps from the box to another when the pitcher is taking the signal or appears to be taking the signal from the pitcher's plate or steps on the pitching plate when no pitch is declared. When a pitch ball touches any part of the batter's person or clothing, whether the ball is struck at or not. E. When foul fly ball is not caught. F. When the offensive team causes interference when a fair ball strike an umpire or runner before touching a fielder, including the pitchers, and before passing a fielders other than the pitchers without being touched, or after pacing a fielder, passing a fielders, excluding the pitchers, and in the umpire judge another fielders had a chance to make an out. So H, when the ball is outside the established lying limit of the playing area, when the accident to the batter running prevent him from proceed to the awarded base, he may be substitute. The substitute will be allowed to proceed to any awarded base. The substitute must legally touch all awarded of the missed base not previously touched. When the ball bent or chopped the pitcher's ball, when a wheeled pitch or pass ball does under over the through the backstop, when the umpire calls time, when any part of the batter person is hit with his own bat ball while still in the batter box. So, O, when the coach near third base runs in the direct of the home plate on a near and the baseline where the fielder is attempting to make a play on a bat to thrown ball and thereby draws a throw to home plate when one or more members of the offensive team stand to collect at or around a base to which a runner is advancing, thereby confusing the fielders and adding to the difficulty of making play. Q. When a runner fails to keep contact within base to win is entitled until a legally pitcher's base has been released. R. When a runner failed to keep contact with a base to which he is entitled until legally pitch ball has. When a black ball is clear. When the batter enters the batter's box with or uses of the altered bat. When a batter enters the batter's box with the use in illegal bat. So when there are less than 2 out of the runner or first base or fielder internationally drop a fly ball, included the line drive or bunt that could be caught by the infielder with ordinary effort after the control with a hand or glove when his fielder carries a fly ball into the dead ball territory when time has been called and defensive player making appeal. Next. When the batters failed to enter the batter box within 10 seconds after the umpire calls play ball, when any person other than the team members enters the playing field and create interference, when the batters running step back toward home plate avoid or delay the attack by fielder. When offensive team members deliberately erase the line of the batter box and the batter is issued to intentionally base on the ball. When a strike is called, the batter for tipping out the batter box and delaying the game. Section 2. The balls is in play. The balls in display the balls following circumstance. At the start of the game, the each half inning when the pitcher has the ball while standing his pitching position and the plate umpire has called play ball. When the infield fly rules in force. When thrown ball does pass a fielder and remain in playable territory. When a fair ball strike an umpire or a runner or fair ground after passing a fielder, excluding the pitchers and no other fielder had a chance to make out or touching a fielders including the pitchers when a fair ball strike in an umpire or foul ground. When the runners have reached the bases to which they are entitled after the fielder illegally field a bat thrown or pitch ball. When a runner is called out the passing or preceding running, when a no play is being made on one obstructed running, the ball shall remain alive until the play is over. When a fair ball is legally bat, when the runner must return in reverse order while the ball is in play. When a runner occurs acquires the right to a base, the touching is before being put out. When a base is dislodged while running or progressing around the bases. When a runner runs more than 0.91 meters, 3 feet from his base path in regular or reverse order to avoid being touched by the ball in the hand of the fielder. When a runner is attacked for a force out, when the umpire calls the runner out for the failure to return and touch the base, when play is resumed after a suspension of play, when a live ball appeal play is illegal being made, when the batter is hits the ball, when the live ball strike a photographer, groundskeeper, policeman, etc. assigned to the game, when fly ball has been legally caught, when a thrown ball strike an offensive player. So if the batters drop the ball and the ball rules against the bat in fair territory and in the umpire's judgment, there was no intentions to interfere with the course of the ball. When a thrown ball strike an umpire, whenever the ball is not dead, as provided in section 1 of this rule, when a thrown ball accidentally strike a coach, when a ball is being called with a batter, and when 4 balls has been called but the batter may not be put out before he reaches his first base, when a strike base called of the batter, and when 3 strike has been called on the batter. When the foul is tip has been legally catched, as long as there is play as a result of the hit by the batter, his include a subsequent appeal play. When the ball is from the pitchers until during his wind up or during the backswing. When a runner is called out for being physical assist by anyone other than anyone runner. Section 3. Delay dead ball. There are 5 situations where the violation of the rule occurs. The umpire recognizes it and the ball remains live until the conclusion of the play. These situations are an illegal pitch, catcher's obstructions, plate umpire interference, obstructions, detached equipment, contacting a thrown ball at pitch ball, or a fair bat ball. Rule 10. Umpires. Section 1. Power and duties. The umpires of the representative of the legate organization by which they have been assigned a particular game, and such as are authorized and required to enforce each section of these rules. They have the power to order a player, coach, captain, or manager to do or omit to do any act within either judgment is necessary to give force and effect to one or all of these rules, and the inflict penalties of the herent prescribes, the plate umpire shall have the authority to make decision of any situation not specifically covered in the rules. Generally, information for umpires. So, the umpire shall not be a member of either team. Examples: playing coach, manager, officer, scorer, or sponsor. The umpire should be sure that the date, like, and time and place for the game, and should arrive at the playing field 2 to 30 minutes ahead of time. Start the game on the time and leave the field when the game is over. The male and the female umpires must wear a powder blue long or short sleeve shirt, dark navy blue sock, dark navy blue slacks, dark navy blue cap with a white and blue trim is letter on the front. Dark navy blue ball bag plate only. Dark navy blue jacket and or sweater, black shoes and belt. White t-shirt torn under the powder and blue shirt umpires but not wears pose with jewelry at the pose hazard. Exception: medical alert, bracelet, and no, or necklace. The plate umpire is fast pitch must wear black face mask, black or tan padding, and black throat, throat protection, and a body protection and shin guard in knee protection. An extended wire protector may be worn in of the throat protectors of the mask. So, the umpire should introduce himself to the captain, manager, and scorers. So, each umpire shall have the power to make decisions on violations committed anytime during playing time or during suspension of play until the game is over. The umpire may consult his associate by the time whenever the final decision shall rest with the umpire whose exclusive authority it was to make the decisions and who requested the position of the others. In the order to define their respective duties, the umpires judging balls and strikes shall be designated with a plate umpire and judging base decision of the base umpire. The plate umpire or base umpire shall have equal authority to call a runner out for leaving a base too soon, call time for suspensions of play, remove or eject the player's coach or manager from the game or violation of the rules, call illegal pitches, determine and call of the infield fly. Umpire shall not penalize a team for infractions of a rule when imposing that penalties would be to be the advantage of the offending team. Failure of the umpires to adhere to Rule 10 shall not be grounds for protest. These are guidelines for umpires. Section 2, the plate umpire. So, shall take position in block of the catcher. He shall have all charge or be responsible for the proper conduct of the game, and shall be determined that declare when either shall call all balls and strike. Section 3, the base umpire. They shall take such position of the playing field as required in accordance with the relevant umpire system, shall assist the plate umpire in very way to enforce the rules of the game. Section 4, responsibilities of the single umpires. If only one umpire is assigned, his duties and jurisdictions shall extend to all points. The umpire's starting position for each pitch shall be formed behind from plate. Section 5, change of umpires. Umpires cannot be the changed during a game by the consent of the opposing teams unless an umpire is incapacitated by injury or illness. So Section 6, umpire's judgment. There shall be no appeal from the decisions of any umpire of the grounds that he was not correct in his conclusion as to whenever is a ball has fair or foul. A runner safe or out of pitch ball is a strike or ball or an any play involving a currency of judgment. Next. Section 7, signals. To indicate the play shall begin or be resumed, the umpire shall call play all the same time motion and pitchers to deliver the ball. The strike shall be indicated by raising the right hand upward, indicating the number of strikes by the finger and the same time calling strike in a clear and decisive voice. The indicates a ball, the arm signal is issued. To indicate a fair ball, the umpire shall extend an arm forward the center of the diamond using the pumping motion. To indicate a batter or running out, the umpire shall raise the right hand upward above the right shoulder with fist close. Yan. To indicate that player is safe, the umpire shall extend both arms horizontally in the side of the body. When palms toward the ground, if indicates suspension of play of the umpire shall call time. The indicate a delayed dead ball in umpire shall extend the left arm horizontally with fist close. So to indicate the trap ball, the umpire shall extend both arms horizontally to side of the body with the palm toward the ground. To indicate ground rule ball, the umpire shall extend the right hand above the head and at the same time indicate with the two fingers a number of bases awarded. To indicate the home run, the umpire shall extend the right hand and close fist close above the head and circle the arm in clockwise movement. To indicate the infield the umpire shall call infieldly in fair. Section 8, suspension in the play. An umpire has suspend play when his judgment conditions justifying such actions. Play shall be suspended whenever the plate umpire leaves his position to brush the plate or to perform other duties to direct connected with the calling of the plays. The umpire shall suspend play whenever the batter or which step out or position for a legitimate reason. The umpire shall not call time after pitchers has started the wind up. An umpire shall not call time while any play is in progress. So Rule 12, scoring. So Section 1, the official scorer shall keep records of each game or is outlined in the following rules. Shall have the sole authority to make all decisions involving judgment. For example, it is the scorer's responsibility to determine whenever a batter advances to first base in the result of the hit or a error. However, a scorer shall not make decisions which conflict with the official playing rules or which an umpire decision. Section 3. Base and hit shall not be recorded. Base hit shall not be scored in the following cases: when a runner is forced out by a bat ball or won't have been forced out except for a fielder's error. B. When a player fielding a bat back retires a preceding runner with ordinary effort. When a fielder's field in attempt retire a preceding runner, and in the score judgment, the batter running could have been entire at first base. When the batter runner reached first base safely as a result of a preceding runner being called out for interfering with a bat ball or a defending player. Section 4, sacrifice fly ball. Sacrifice fly is scored when the less than 2 outs. The batter scores a runner with a fly ball with a catch, or the ball of the line drive handled by the outfielder or an infielder running in the outfield is drop and a runner score, and in the score judge, the runner could have scored after the catch and the fly ball being catch. Section 5, runs bat in. A bat in is a run scored because of one of the following reasons: a safe hit, a sacrifice bunt or slap hit, or sacrifice fly, a foul fly catch, in infield put out or fielder's choice, a runner force home because of the subtractions, the batter being hit with a pitch ball or being given a base on ball, a home run, and all runs scored as a result. Section 6, pitcher credit with a win. A pitcher shall be credit with a win in the following situation: when when he is starting pitchers and has pitched at least at least 4 innings, and his team was not only in the lead when is replaced but remain in lead for the remaining of the game. When the game is ended after 5 innings of play, and the starting pitchers has pitched at least 3 innings, and his team score more runs than the other team when the game is terminated. Section 4, pitcher charged with a loss. A pitcher shall be charged with a loss regardless of the number of innings of has pitched if he is replaced when his team is behind in the score and his team thereafter fails to tie the score or gain the lead. Section 8, game summary. The game summary shall list the following items in the order: so the score by inning and the final score, the run bat in and by 1 hit, 2 base hits and by home hit, 3 base hits and by home hit, home runs and by home hit, sacrifice flies and by home hit, double plays and players participating in them, triple plays and players participating in team, numbers of walks given by each pitcher, numbers of the batter struck out by each pitcher, number of hits and runs allowed by each pitcher, the name of the winning pitcher, and the name of the losing pitchers, the time of the game, the name of the umpires and scorer, stolen base and by whom, sacrificing bunt, the name of batter, hits by the pitcher ball and the pitchers who hit them, the number of wild pitches made by each pitcher, the number of the pass ball made by each pitcher. So section 9, stolen bases. Stolen bases are credited to a runner whenever he advanced 1 base and that by a hit, put out an error, a force out, a fielder's choice, a baseball, a wild pitch, or an illegal pitch. In this include a batter runner advancing to second on awarding base on ball. Section 10, record or of forfeit game. All record of the forfeited game shall be included in the official records, except that one of the pitchers one lost record. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye!